here, add FX, and then you can tap what I was saying, saturation here. You say sat, but you gotta choose. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my second lesson. This is part 2. In this tutorial, we're gonna look to adding a master bus on your plugin, and we're gonna go look to how to add a EQ on all your tracks, and adding a EQ also on your vocal and instruments. So there's gonna be a lot of plugin, especially this one. It's mostly stock plugin. That's why I named this tutorial mixing a song with stock plugin only. If you haven't seen the first one we went through arranging your tracks, coloring them, naming them, and adding volume to your tracks, and panning your tracks, balancing your tracks, and choosing themes for your tracks. So I'll leave the link for the first one in the description. Without further ado, let's jump to the lesson. So this is your main bus. If you don't know, this is mixer master, so this is your main bus. We're gonna use this as your main bus. So right now it's on. Let's click on it. So this is what I use. I use dynamic range meter. Why did I use this? Because sometimes when you mix your stuff, you don't know how loud it is. Sometimes you can like add your volume, and like we did balancing, you play your song, you can hear it okay, but it's coming very loud. So in this case, I'll play a little bit and we'll see how much loud is coming out from this mix.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me.
So you see the loudness, it's around 6 and 12. So -6 and -12 around here, right? This is 0 and then you are around. So this is what it says, 6.8. That's your average. So it's around here. And so by mixing my stuff, I know that it's not coming too loud. That's all overall. That's all my vocal and my instruments down below. And then on the second one, I put my compressor. This is just to compress everything to make sure that your stuff is tight and is not everywhere. That's why I put this compressor. Let's play and see the level, how it looks like.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me.
So you see there is not too much differences. So whatever you do, I'll give you a quick tip. If you're adding a plugin, don't expect like to add too much volume. Just add a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit will add up to make a good mix. So this is my input and that's my output. My input is saying it's -6.8 and my output says -7.8. So it's just a little bit differences. Okay, so the next one, it's my recap. It's like another compressor kind of thing. It compresses. So it's gonna compress with putting two compress, right? First compress, and this is the second one. So let's play it and you'll see how much is compressing. And you can tell from the attack we put 3 millisecond, release we put 120, 4 millisecond, and we have our ratio around 4. It says 3.99, but it's 4. Okay, and basically that's most of it. And let's play it and see on this meter over here. We'll see how much is compressing.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me.
Okay, so we see the compressing here, and then we see this is the output mix. This is what is coming out, and this is your wet. Your wet, it means, we're not putting anything. It's coming the original coming in and coming out. So this is the dry. If you want to add effects, it's going to be dry. The wet is still the same as the original coming in and coming out. And we put a multi-band. This is our multi-band. So this is my band 1. This is my band 1. Band 1, it's mostly on the low frequency. So I'm compressing from 0 to around 300 hertz. That's my first band. And on my second band, I put the threshold around 10 minus 10. Not too much, ratio 2. So it's not too much really. Just a settle, like I told you, settle. So we go to my second band. My second band, it looks like from 300, okay, to around 4K, 4.7K, okay, kilohertz around here. That's my second band. So this is gonna take care of all the range, mid range, low frequency, mid frequency, and your third one is gonna be my high, which is high, my high frequency. So for my mid range, let's go back to the second one. I put my threshold to minus 10, which is almost the same as the first one. So ratio 2. So basically everything is almost the same. And the third band, which is the high, will take off the high frequency, right? So from, let's say, 6.3 to whatever, to higher, right? To whatever this multiband. So from 6.3K to higher. And we have a threshold the same, minus 10.6 and 2 for the ratio. And I put auto makeup for all of them. Auto makeup active, and I select all frequency here, over here. So basically that's it. And I didn't add any gain on all of them. The gain is still the same volume that's coming out, and whatever we compress here, that will come out, because a multiband act like a kind of like a compressor, but it's individually from low frequency, mid frequency, and high frequency. So this is what is going, this is what's happening. So let's play it and you guys will see how much is coming in and how much is going out. Battery is gonna be just a little settle. Let's check.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me. I got the grace of God in me. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me.
So you see, it's not too much. See, my volume was here in the input. On the output, it was maybe like around there, right? So it's not too much, a little settle. So the next plugin, it's your saturation. My saturation, this plugin is all free. It's all included to your Reaper software. If you need to look for all the plugin, you go to your FX and you can go here, add FX, and then you can tap what I was saying, saturation here. You say sat, but you gotta choose all plugin. This is all my plugins, and this is all included to the software. You're gonna see here it says saturation. You click on that one and it's gonna give you exactly the same plugin we are looking here. So this is your plugin here. Actually, I was supposed to show you how to do this before, but it just came to my mind right now. So let's check how much volume coming in and how much volume going out. Let's check.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me.
So you see the volume was here and coming out was like around here. So we have a settle saturation. So this is another free plugin, stock plugin. It's called Loud Riser. Loud Riser. It's a pretty simple, but it does the job. It gives you a little bit loudness, right? So this is the income, the in what do I say income? The input, and this is the output volume. Let's check and see.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor.
So you see it's almost the same, it's a little settle, and I didn't change too much. I put the drive to 33 and I put the mix percentage to 82. So that's basically this plugin. And the next plugin, it's the wheel limit. Wheel limit, wheel limit will just limit your track so it doesn't go over 0. So here I have my limit, my threshold, compressing it to minus 2.8, and my limit, like this is brick wall ceiling, so it doesn't exceed 0. It will stay inside. Even though I compress it, it will still stay at 0. So let's play and see how it works.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me. I got the grace of God.
So this is actually just making sure nothing is going over 0. So that's your limiter. And the last one, but not least, it's my loudness meter. This is just a meter to check how much loudness it's coming out. This is actually handy because when you are posting your songs, for example, on any social media, they have like a LUF volume that you need to have to post on Spotify, to post on YouTube, to post on Facebook or Instagram. So you need to have a specific loudness. So this one will give me an idea how much loudness I have so far. So let's play it and see how much loudness.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me.
So it's around 12.3 and the peak is 0, right? You peak it's like the ceilings, right? It's your limiter. If it's exceeding 0, it's not good. It means you are killing your mix. It's if it's too loud, it means you're killing your mix. Is not good. So at the end, I will add another dynamics range meter. So I'll show you how to add a stock plugin. So you go here at FX, you click there and you go add FX, and we're gonna add a dynamic. So you just say DY It's gonna come out. Dynamic range meter over here. You double click and we're gonna have it. Here we go. We have it here. And now we're gonna play it and you see the differences between the first time how loud it was and then after all this plugin how loud it looks like. Let's play it and see.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me.
So you see my loudness, it's over here around 0.1, and in the beginning it was not like that. Let's check.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me.
See, now we have a different volume. This is at the beginning. We have minus 6.8 and at the end it was around 1, minus 1. So this is basically what you need on your master bus to make your mix sounds better. So now I'm gonna play with the plug, with the master bus and without the master bus. Let's hear the differences, how much the master bus helps the mix to sound better. This is without. Let's check.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me. I got the grace of God.
And this is with.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me. I got the grace of God in me.
So you see there is a big differences. It's like day and night, right? So that's your master bus. So I will show you the EQ that I have. This is my master bus for my all vocals. So all my vocals, my intro, my verse, my outro, my chorus, they all slave and the master is this one. You can tell from here. So this is my wave sign. It's coming out from here. So that's the master for my vocals. So the EQ, I call it all vocal EQ. So the EQ that's coming here to make it sound better, I boost a little bit over here around 6K, 7K. I boost a little bit over there just to have that clearness, and I add another de-esser. So I put it in mono, right? Because my wave sign is in mono, and I add another compressor over here. My ratio is 4. I don't like to change too much, and my threshold goes down to 32.3. That's my threshold, and I have another plugin, stock plugin that's called 3 band EQ, just to add it up to make it sound better. And I add another reverb. It's called reverb. I add an echo generator, selected that one, and the wet I put it down a little bit because it's too much, the echo. If you blast it up, it's gonna sound very, very reverb. So I put it around 330 minus 37.7. So that's my reverb. And I have my the EQ, which the first one I kind of push the band a little bit close to 100 hertz, and the second band it's around 125 hertz, boosted a little bit, maybe I would like 1.6 dB. Third bend, I boost. It's just normal, I didn't touch it. And the fourth one, which is the last one, I boost a little bit around. So this is the high shelf. I boost around 3K over here and 1.9 dB. I boosted up a little bit. The last one, I put my stereo enhancer, and which will add a little stereo on my vocal. So I will play the mix and just go through them just so you can see what does what. Okay, I'll start with the EQ.
God, let's go. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me. I got the grace of God in me. I can't deny it, I'm a survivor. You don't wanna play with me. The angel fighting for me. I got the grace of God in me. To understand life, you gotta live back road. So now I live my life forward. Everybody want freedom when they speak. I comprehend now every time I sleep. When I get anxiety,
So you have an idea. So you see how all of them are working out. So that's only for my vocal. And now let's dive into my instruments. So this is my master bass for all my instruments, and this is all my slave. My slave have the kick, snare, and hi-hat, bass, melodies. That's all my slave for my master instrument. What do I have on my master instrument? Effects, what plugin? Only one plugin. I boost the band one around 2K for 1.6 dB. That's it. That's only one I boosted there. So make sure, it's a little secret I'll tell you, when you are boosting this, make sure you are playing the master vocal and the master instrument at the same time. So when you are boosting, or sometimes you don't have to boost, sometimes you have to, take out, you don't have to boost them, you know. So when you do that, you always have to relate both of them, the vocal and the instruments, to know where you can actually be happy, right? I'll show you what effects do I use on the vocal, like the introduction. For the intro, I use these vocals just to cut out. Basically, they are the same vocals. So I'll show you the intro. So I put my EQ to cut out on band 1, and on band 3 I cut out around minus 2.9 dB, and that's it. So mostly that's what I did for all the vocals. And I add another EQ, is band 3. I'm cutting out around 7 just to take out any rashness. Sometimes you have those rashness on the vocal, so I'm cutting out there, and I'm adding a de-esser on all. This is basically all my vocal, and I'm putting a compressor. So ratio 4 threshold around 14.9. So remember, each vocal is different, but whatever I'm showing you here, it's basically almost the same. Okay, so this one you have to cut out all the low frequency. You don't need it on your vocal. It will just make the mix very muddy. So take out all the low frequency. So I will say, for me, I cut out around 67. So around 70 cut out any frequency around 70 down. You don't need it. Leave that space for the bass and anything that needs the low end. So that's basically, you can miss this one. You have to put it on your vocal, all your vocal, no exceptions. Okay, that's one of the good tips I'll give you. And this one too, you have to cut out where you see those rushness. You have to cut it out on your vocal, and you gotta add a de-esser so you don't have those S's on your vocal. And you need a compressor to tight to make your wave sign all the same. So sometimes when you speak, some places goes low and some place goes higher. So this compressor will help it to make it even. So when it's coming out from your mix, it will sound even. Okay. So this is basically what I put on all my vocals, what I did here. So this is the slave vocals. Okay. And the master, I already show you the master. So this is my slave for my instrument. I just cut out, this is the kick. I cut out around 34 hertz, and on the high end I cut out around 15k. I don't need that. The kick doesn't need it. The kick almost needs just the middle one. The middle. We can even see where it's sitting here. Let's check.
God, let's go.
So you see the signal is going this way. So we don't need all this space. We can leave this space for the vocal or the melody. Some melody are higher. Just leave it there. The kick doesn't need it. The kick sit in the middle. And basically we can check the snare. Same thing. I cut out from the low end. Always cut your low end. Your snare doesn't need your low end. So I'm cutting my low end, and around 121 hertz all the way down. Okay, and probably my high too. I'm cutting it out and I'm boosting a little bit over here around 5k. So I'm cutting all the way down from 192 down, and the bass, I have my EQ. I'm cutting all the high end. So I'm cutting around 5k all the way up, and on my adding a compressor on my bass threshold around minus 15.4, out of the ratio around 8.35, and I put the auto release on that. And the melody is almost the same, all of them, most of them. I'm cutting out the low end, and I'm cutting out around the third band around 257, and I'm cutting out on the fifth band around 454, 55, 54 for 1.3 dB, and I'm boosting around 4k at 1.9 boosting there. So that's my melody. So it's almost the same for all of them. So basically that's it for part 2. And for part 3, I'll give you a little clue. So we're gonna see all the reverb, delay. We're gonna check out what's going on the lead vocal and AV, EQ. What did I cut? What did I put the compressor? So we're gonna do all that on the next tutorial. I'll leave the link for the first one on the description, and I'll see you to the third part of mix a song with stock plugin only. So like the video, subscribe. I'll see you to the next one.